Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing the coilovers on my 9701 Prelude. I said I'd make a separate video on it because there's a little bit more, and that's what I'm going to do. So we'll be installing these gorgeous function and form type 2s. And I am going to use these lower forks that I redid, just retaining the old hardware. I'm going to put these aside. I might clean these up and powder coat them and whatnot, but I'm going to be using the old hardware as well. The key is just that they're, not as rusty, so they'll look decent, so whatever. But we'll be putting these on. It's very straightforward. It's very straightforward, just like any other coilover install. Put them on, adjust them, check the heights, and go on from there. Like for the fronts, put the coilover in first, then put the fork on. Makes it easier. I'm going to work with. The rears is kind of a pain in the butt, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get at it. Almost forgot. I have no basis to go off of height for these, so I'm just going to set the rears the same, set the fronts the same, and then we'll just go from there. I'm going to be measuring. You obviously measure from here to here to set the distances, and then just match the fronts, match the rears, and then once they're on there, then you slowly make your adjustments so your fitment's correct. And remember, once you put these on, they will settle, right? The coilovers will settle, so they'll settle just a little bit more than they were at. And if you buy nicer brand coilovers for this chassis or for most other cars that come with top hats already on them, do not adjust this piece right here. These are preloaded. These are preloaded from the factory, so these are ready to just pop in, install, and then you adjust your rod height from that point on. Again, these are preloaded. Do not loosen these collars separately and release the spring. They have tension, they're where they need to be. Do not do it. They have spring rates that are set. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. You're gonna regret it, I promise. Because setting preloads sucks. It's a pain in the butt. But anyway, back to what I was getting at. Just obviously make your measurements to make sure they are the same. So we're gonna do this side. Okay, so these actually bottom out a little bit over too. So there's apparently this is all threaded down in there. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna slap these in and then we'll see how we go. So these are set the same. I haven't set the fronts yet though. I should probably do that real quick. All right, so the same. So I'm gonna make sure these perches stay loose because I'm gonna need to make adjustments as I go, and then we'll go from there. Also, on coilovers like this where the bottom bracket is solid, you adjust the rod height by grabbing the top collar and rotating it, and it threads the tube up and down, but it doesn't loosen the collars. You do not want to break the collars separately. So this is your point to turn. You can adjust the rod height through that way too. On these, you can do the same thing. So, all right, these are maxed out almost at low. Hopefully it's probably too low to be honest with you. And same for fronts. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap them on. All right, so see what I mean? See how it's kind of like, it's not on it, it's kind of over it? What you'll do, it's gonna suck, but you're gonna rotate the fork. My hand on it. So you're gonna like rotate the fork on it, and it'll allow it to fall on. It'll be, like I said, it'll be here, and you'll rotate it over, but make sure you have these still in the holes. And when you rotate it, it'll fall on where it belongs. Oh, and just a heads up for the rear. I experienced this the first time when I had teen coilovers on here, and the air techs are the same, and these function forms are the same. So the factory bolt down here, let me get the camera back. The factory bolt, the guy that this guy right here. You can see that. The bolt. It goes through where the fork goes over and the bolt that goes through. On the factory, there's a nut welded to the other side of the fork. For all aftermarket ones, you're gonna need to find a nut. So I would suggest taking that bolt to Lowe's or a local hardware store. Oh, excuse me. Find the thread pitch and get a nut that works. I would prefer a locking nut, but I have this one and I've had it for a while and it works. The only thing that sucks is the bolt has to go that way through. I prefer it to go that way because if the nut were to fall off, the bolt stays in. But it's kind of is what it is with the weird geometry and the way everything sets. So yeah, you're gonna need a nut. Just a heads up. Alright, here's our one. They look like they're gonna be kind of low. They're gonna adjust it. I recommend personally, everybody does things differently. Again, my personal recommendation is when you're trying to adjust the dampening on these, obviously you don't know where you want your dampening set. Again, personal preference, I have always adjusted my dampening to the max, like maximum, and then drive it for a bit, see how it feels, and then slowly start backing the clicks down. Now, you're not really going to feel the dampening super much on your just like, you know, daily drive, like just to the store and back. Your best bet is to just go find a nice back road and just go for a little spirited drive and then feel the cornering, and you'll be able to feel the body roll, and that'll help you tell if you're too stiff, too soft, and go from there. We're going to be putting the fronts on now. I'm going to be using the repainted forks that I did. I think they look really good, and I think that it looks better than some crusty fork. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working on this corner now. Also, just a little insight. These brackets here, to my understanding, they are actually for the 4th gen model. The 5th gen, because this is for the brakes, right? This is for brake lines and all that. On 5th gen, brake lines are mounted to the hub, and they run up the wall there. So there's no reason for you to remove them from the mounting point and then mount it on the strut. So it has to be 4th gen. I'm not 100%, but that's my best guess. So you can just remove these. BC Racing puts these on because it is a 92 to 01 model year. The Megan Racings that I had that are now gone are also, they had this bracket. So they must also have been 92 to 01 model year because 4th and 5th gens are almost identical suspension wise. Coilovers of a 4th fit a 5th and vice versa. So that must be what these brackets are for. So we're going to pop these off and then continue on with the install. Hello. So, this is the ending to that video, the coilover. I don't know what that was. I didn't record an ending of the video because my camera died. Both my batteries died. And it kind of sucked because it didn't get me lowering the car off jack stands or anything, which is fine because I had to put it right back up on jack stands and make a whole bunch of adjustments and everything of that matter. But, here we are. Here's how she sets currently. It is very nice. They are very good coilovers, very good budget coilovers. Now, if you want super crazy stiffness, this isn't them, right? This isn't. There it is. These aren't the coilovers. If you want, you know, like super ridiculous static boy slam on the ground coils, this isn't it. These are a little bit softer, but they look good. You know, they have full dampening adjustment. I actually very like them. Very like them. No complaints. I'll put a video right here. So as you saw, they are stiff, but they are a softer stiff, if that makes any sense. I have no complaints, honestly. They ride fantastic. You know, I've had a lot of coilovers, and I have no complaints. I did have to camber the rear a little bit, mainly because I have spacers back there, and in the, you know, I'm not taking the spacers out because the fitment's just too nice to do that. But yeah, they're really good. They're really good coilovers, very good budget coils. If you're looking for something simple, they're like 900 bucks. I'd buy them again. for another car if I was doing it. If you want super crazy stiffness where you can get custom spring rates and whatnot, I think the Type 3s you can do that, or obviously you can go with BC Racing coilovers. I was gonna go with BCs, but a lot of places were out of stock at the time, and I've heard a lot of iffy reviews on people that are just daily driving, specifically this chassis with BCs, so that's why I went with functional forms. I get no complaints. Sorry, allergies are a little bit crazy right now, just because everything's blooming and, you know, green. So, but I just wanted to record an ending. It's been quite some time since that video was recorded, but a whole bunch of stuff has just happened all this past week and everything, and I just didn't get a chance to record the ending of it. But yeah, so I just want to tie it off and end it for you guys. So, without me rambling anymore about anything, if you have any questions or about these coilovers or any of my previous videos or any questions about the chassis or anything of that matter, please hit me up. I'm getting better at looking at the comment section, so you're a little bit more reliable now to comment down there, and I'll probably see it. If anything you want to see, anything you want to know, just let me know. Again, hit me up on Instagram if you want to like ask me something legitimate, because if you want it in like a timely manner, the YouTube comment is maybe not the best idea, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. And if you could like it, that'd be awesome. If you could subscribe, that'd be better. But I'm not gonna force you. Do what you gotta do. Do you? You do you. Yeah. So I'm just gonna end it there. So I'll see you guys in whatever I make the next video, whatever it is. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. Well, I do, but you know. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. Peace.